Okay, I think we're live. Okay. Note taker is on and up and running. Everything looks good. Okay, we're live. If you're watching, and you have, well, let's start over. If you're watching, I'm Leslie Wright, and I'm the owner and compounder at Bearcat Body Care Essentials. And I am on live on Zoom on YouTube Monday, no, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Talking about eye health and eyesight and how to have better eye health and better eyesight using natural ingredients like castor oil and DMSO, two of my absolutely favorites. And I was able to actually restore my eyesight from cataracts. So I had a severe cataract in my left eye, moderate cataract in my right eye. It's my granddaughter in the background having a good time. It's dinner time for her. And me too. I got a little bowl of rice and beans. But anyway, so I was able to restore my eyesight using castor oil and DMSO. The 30/70 blend, that's 30% DMSO, 70% castor oil, is what dealt with the moderate cataract on my right eye and dissolved it completely. And on my left eye, I had a severe cataract on my left eye. It was a big deal. And the blends that actually got that gone, dissolved it away, are called 4NI and the 40/60. So 4NI and 40/60. And those three things totally changed my eyesight. So I started wearing glasses at the age of 6. Um, I started treating my eyes for cataracts at the age of 58. At the age of 59, I was able to let go of reading glasses, prescription glasses, no more cataracts, and no cataract surgery. And all my floaters were gone, and my astigmatism got better. So all of that happened in a very short period of time. And I'm here to talk to you about it. And if you're using my products, come and ask questions because that's what I'm here for. Okay, there we go. Hi, Nancy. Welcome in. I just requested that you unmute your mic. Hi, Nancy. How you doing? You're still muted. No, are you muted? Yeah, you're still muted.
Okay.
There you go. I
I'm
got
here.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm listening to my screen reading software talking to me, and I'm like, "Well, I did everything right." And it's like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, sometimes these software tools take a minute to actually do the thing that you expect them to do.
Yes. Now, is this Coco or Leslie?
This is Leslie. I'm
This is
Leslie.
Leslie. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
And Coco is here too.
She's not in yet.
Oh, she's
She
not.
hasn't joined in the call yet, but
Okay.
she'll be in.
Well,
I've
how
got
are you?
both of my AI tools that are recording are in with us.
Okay. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you doing?
I'm doing better. I finally came
Excellent.
up with a system for getting the drops in my eyes when you can't see what you're doing. I'm,
No,
I'm,
that's excellent.
I'm using an eye cup now.
Okay.
I put the drop in the eye cup because every time I was
Yeah.
trying to put it directly in my eyes, I thought that I had come up with a good system, and but it didn't work. Maybe 50 or 60% of the time. So I was just
Okay.
wasting most of the drops, and so I put it aside for a long time because I got frustrated, and then I just brought it back out again recently and started using I this eye cups.
So you're just putting it in the eye cup and then you're
Yep.
like tossing it back like a shot.
Yeah, yeah,
And
just putting my
blink
hand, my eye over it and putting it up there,
yeah,
and
and blink your eye and
goes right in. Now, I'm not gone back to using the other three drops. I'm still just doing Revitalize. About 3 days
okay.
ago, I tried the foreign eye, and it just, I don't mean to interrupt if you were in the middle of doing something else.
No, I was
Uh,
just talking because, I'm here. I really
yeah,
just doing it
yeah.
like an intro.
No, but the foreign eye, that it burned my eye, and I thought, yeah, I'm not hydrated enough still. So, but I ordered a bunch more Revitalize from you last Thursday. So hopefully I'll
Okay.
get that before and I don't think I'll run out for at least another week and a half, maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
Maybe longer.
Okay. So here's the thing that I'm going to suggest you do with the foreign eye.
Okay.
Since you're using an eye cup, and that's a brilliant idea, and I'm going to steal it and use it and recommend it to other people.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Um, put 2 drops of Revitalize and 1 drop of foreign eye in the eye cup and try
Oh,
that.
oh, thank you. So should I still do the Revitalize first by itself and then do that?
Yeah, I would do the Revitalize by itself, and then
Yep.
because then you add another drop and whatever's residual is there, and then the
Yes.
foreign eye, drop that foreign eye in your eye and see what
Oh,
that brings to the table.
I love that. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay. What about the 4060? I don't remember that ever burned my eyes when I was using that before.
Well,
Did it?
if it doesn't give you a sting, I wouldn't worry about it. But if
Okay.
you are
Yeah.
getting, too much
Yeah.
intensity on the sting, I would
Yeah.
absolutely,
Do the same.
add do the exact same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Gosh, I'm so glad you told me that because I was thinking, gosh, it's gonna take forever for me to get ready for four and I again. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and everybody's eyes are a little
Yeah.
different, and the
Yes.
level of interaction that you've had in the eye system. So the
Yeah.
number of surgeries and procedures, and
Yeah.
whether you've got stents and this and that and the other, all of that plays as
Yeah.
part of the factor of how the drops actually feel in the
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a way to actually get them in. It's like the spoonful of sugar makes the mountain.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
know, yeah,
Yes.
because the revitalize is that calming effect, and there's nothing in it like the hyaluronic acid is in revitalize. It's also in the foreign eye. The vegetable glycerin is the only thing. The Celtic sea salt saline solution
Yep.
that's in the foreign eye is in the revitalize. The only thing
Okay.
that's not in it is the vegetable glycerin, and the vegetable glycerin is just going to make foreign eye less intense, not more intense, which is
Okay. Perfect. And are you pretty well stocked on Revitalize? Because, like I said, I've ordered four more bottles of it. But
yeah, no, we're
yeah,
we're actually now we've got a process down where we're making product every single week. Like we're making product 2 or 3 days every single week
good.
to replenish what's sold on a daily basis.
Yeah,
So every day we're getting orders, and every week we're replenishing back to a base stock.
good, good. So it's
Yeah.
taking less time to ship, I imagine then.
Well, we've just gotten to the point where we're getting to the point this week actually
Yeah.
where we're able to start shipping in 4 day kind of, 4 days from order.
Good,
So
good.
right now we're at the 8th of March, I think, or the 9th of March. All the orders, up to the 9th of March have been printed and are ready to be shipped.
Okay.
Today was that date, not tomorrow, but
Yeah.
Thursday. We're going to go through like the 16th of March.
Oh,
And from
good.
that point forward, we will be on a 4 day rotation.
Who are you using to ship again? What I forget.
So
FedEx?
predominantly I use UPS.
Okay.
Internationally, I'm using FedEx predominantly and some
Okay.
DHL.
Yeah.
And every now and then I got to use USPS just because of location.
Okay. USPS. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And it
But
doesn't matter.
UPS is, go
Like
ahead.
we're starting to get, pretty warm here. I mean, today is nice and cool, but yesterday it was 97. With if it comes USPS and it's, been in the heat, been in a hot mail truck and all that, does that damage it at all?
No, not at all. So
Okay.
the way that we actually package the products, there's enough insulation
Yeah.
that even in, and this is just my manual testing, like I've not tested
Yeah.
this in a lab, but when we started in Florida, in Central Florida. So
Yes.
we had enough heat to be able to test, putting product in the packaging and in a box and set it outside in the sun
Yes.
for a number of hours
Yes.
and then test the temperature of the actual product at the time that we opened it up.
Good.
So the
Good.
product is able to stay, stable
Yeah.
with extreme heat. So the
Good.
days that I tested were like 87, 91,
Yeah.
and 93 degrees.
Yeah.
you know so the
Yeah.
insulation that's in the box and in the packaging and then the bottle closure and all of that
Yeah.
keeps it at a stable temperature. It has to go multiple days at an extremely high temperature for the product to actually get hot enough to be compromised.
Okay. And it just depends on how slow USP is to deliver, but
Well, I
but
mean, and
hopefully,
yeah,
yeah.
they can be slow, but the packages are moving every day. They're not
Okay.
sitting stagnant. You know what I
Good.
mean?
Yes.
So they
Yes.
would actually have to sit like, on your car in 104-degree weather in Vegas
Yes.
for it to
Yes.
really cause damage.
Yeah.
So as
That's
long
good
as
to know.
they're rotating,
Yeah.
the only time I recognize that we probably don't want to use the product and replace it for the customer is when they lose a package.
Yes. Yeah.
And we'll have the shipping label and
Yeah.
I'm looking at the tracking and it's been sitting for 3 days at the same location.
Yes.
And in the summertime, I'm like, nope, that's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
stored well enough that we
Yeah.
need we got to do something different.
My postal carrier, well, it's not my regular one, it's some alternate one. They've been delivering my packages twice now. This has happened to one street over. My house number is 6405. So they delivered to 6405 one street over. So
Oh,
I've called the post. Fortunately, the homeowner, who I didn't even know, brings it to me. And I'm like, thank you. Um, but,
yeah.
I've let the post office know each time. And so hopefully they're going to get a handle on this.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the number of not compliant postal workers,
Yes. Yeah.
delivery people, period. Like delivery people, period.
Yes. Yes.
It's an
Yes.
easy job to get. You really
Yeah.
don't have to
Yes.
have a lot of qualifications,
Or brain cells, I
and
think. Yeah.
to say the least. And
Yes.
and if you just don't like people, I mean, I've seen tons
Yes.
of videos with, delivery people throwing stuff over the fence and just
Oh,
dropping stuff out of the truck, and like
oh
sometimes they
gosh.
just don't care. And I've seen
Yeah.
videos with them, being very compliant and helpful
Yes.
and,
Yes.
placing things nicely on the porch and stuff like that. So I
Yes.
know that there's a lot of good people doing that
There
job,
are.
but
Yeah.
there's a lot of not so good.
I know. I know. My regular postal carrier, it's a lady. She's been doing this for years and she is phenomenal, but sometimes she has to take a day off, you know?
No, a hundred
Yeah,
percent, a
yeah,
hundred
yeah.
percent. And now
I
they're
know.
retiring all of
Yes.
the, long-term employees out of the system, trying to reduce the retirement.
Ooh,
So they're taking all
yes.
the really qualified people
Oh
that
my
know
gosh.
what's what and where's where. They're just retiring them off, and they're not taking any of that knowledge and applying it back into, the new staff that they're bringing in.
Mhm.
Because it's like we don't want the old staff to talk to the new staff because we don't want the new staff to know they're
Yeah.
getting cheated out
Yes.
of money for their job.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard Coco come in.
Yes, she did. Hey, Coco.
I had a phone call with Coco. I think it was back in
Hello,
January.
hello.
Hey,
Hey,
I don't know if you remember. Is that Coco?
Yeah.
it
I
is.
don't know if you remember me. I talked to you back in January. You called me, you remember? You've
I
only talked to a
do.
million other people since then, so
Only a million and one.
A
I'm
million
the
and
one down in
only a
Austin.
million.
Yes, yes, we did. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. I'm great.
How was your day
Glad to
today?
finally put a face to a voice.
Uh-oh. That's I don't know. I can't see y'all's faces, so you'll just have to tell me how beautiful you are and
Oh,
Yeah, no,
I'm
Rihanna's
still in the
jealous. We're
office.
so we're
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right, right. Just one quick thing, Leslie, if you can post the Zoom link in the chat, if you could pin it, I mean.
Yeah, no, I forgot to
Yeah.
do that. Thank you
We
again.
have a couple people, they're asking questions, and it's just easier for them to come on over and ask those questions.
Please just come on up and ask these questions in
Exactly.
the actual Zoom. So, Coco, since Coco just got in, Nancy, do me a favor and tell her how you're actually getting the drops in your eyes.
Oh yeah. So Coco, you may remember that I'm so blind. I only have light perception left, so no
Right,
visual
right.
acuity, and it's Stargardt's disease. And so anyway, so I was just struggling and struggling and struggling for 3 months with the drops, and I kept going. Oh, so I kept putting them away and giving up. Finally, I was laying on my bed and I was frustrated about the drops, and I thought, and I just calmed my mind, quieted my mind, and all of a sudden I
Mhm.
thought, wait a minute, Nancy. You've got two eye cups over there on your dresser. Why aren't you using the eye cups? And I'm like, well, duh. So I got up and I ran in the kitchen with the eye drops and I put a drop in one of the cups and just put it over my eye and just leaned my head back and it went right in perfectly. And that's how
Wow,
I'm doing it now.
that is awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad you were able to find a method to get those drops in.
It's amazing
Well,
what
and
happens when you calm your mind.
it's true. And
Exactly,
I want to
exactly.
steal that idea for people that, have a visual impairment to the point where actually using the dropper is not beneficial to them.
Yeah.
But, they can get it in an eye cup. And then the other thing, the foreign eye really gives her a big sting. So I was like, add a drop of Revitalize
Mm,
first, and then put a drop of the foreign eye in, and then drop both of those in the eye.
Isn't that great?
nice.
And you can't do that if you're just
Yeah.
using an eyedropper, you know?
No, you can't. You can't. Yeah. And
No,
it doesn't contaminate either bottle. So,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
really makes it
exactly.
a very functional thing to do.
yeah,
And I'm excited to have this moment because, it just takes a community to build these great ideas.
yeah, yeah. That's why I'm so grateful to you for doing this now. Coco told me about your TikTok back in January, but I'm not a TikTok member. And when I went to try to get into your gig, it said, no, you got to join first. And I'm like, "No, I don't want to join TikTok right now."
Right.
So yeah, so then when I got your email about this, I was like, yes.
No, that's absolutely fabulous. And it's one of the reasons that I wanted to, to do the Zoom on YouTube. And it wasn't until I figured out that I could stream my my Zoom on YouTube that it made sense because I didn't want to be in the chat, trying to chat back and forth.
Yeah.
I really wanted it to be, um, more conversational so that we could actually have a conversation and get into the nitty gritty of the things that
Yes.
need to be talked about.
Yeah. That's great.
All right, I'm just having a hard time here with technology. It is getting on my nerves. All right. Whoops. Wait a minute. I don't know what I just did. Oh, you know what? I just stopped screen sharing to YouTube. I don't know what I just did. Coco, can you hear me? Nancy, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Okay. Can you check Coco and see if I'm still streaming on YouTube? I'm trying to see.
Yes, it looks like I can see whatever you were trying to share,
Okay.
but it didn't
All
come
right.
over on Zoom that way. Nancy, we're still trying to play with technology, trying
I
to figure it out.
you you're doing better than I could, tell you.
It's driving me crazy. And then, of course, people are calling in the middle of it all. How come I can't get to the chat?
You're trying to go back to the chat on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the chat on YouTube.
Let's see. Okay, so if you're on YouTube, you should be able to press that area where it
I
has
got it.
live
I
chat.
got it.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And pin the message. Okay, finally
Nice.
solved.
All right.
I got to remember to do that. Okay. All right, now I'm getting some notification that there's a new version of Zoom. Not right now.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Can you see
Uh,
how many participants? All right,
We
Cat
have,
B1.
yes.
I'm going to ask Cat B1 to unmute.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Excellent, excellent. How can I help you?
Well, like I say, I have the 4060 and the Revitalize. I love the Revitalize. It feels wonderful in my eyes, and it took me about 3 days of quite a few drops, um, kind of to get it settled. But
Yeah.
when I use the 4060 blend, then it seems like my eyes kind of get. It's mostly my right eye, but it usually will then start clouding back up until I quit using it for several days,
How many times a day are you using it?
twice, morning and night.
Okay. And does the cloudiness occur after the morning drop, or do you wake up with a cloudy?
After the morning.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to suggest. You're going to use 4060 only in the evening.
Okay.
Because what your eyes are telling you is this doesn't work for me during the day when I need to be, working on you seeing.
Okay.
So what you need to do is use it late in the evening, an hour maybe before you go to bed, and then right before bed, and then don't use it again after you wake up.
Okay.
Okay.
So of using that one instead of, I guess, the 37 blend, since I have mild cataracts.
Okay. Do you have the 30/70 blend also?
No, I don't. I just kind of
Okay.
heard you talking about it. And I was like, oh, well, I thought it was a 40/60 for cataracts.
Well, for severe cataracts, 40/60 is the bomb diggity, without a doubt. Like that is the drop. Mild and to moderate, you're really looking at the 30/70 is the balancer for mild cataracts. But you can use the 40/60. It's not going to be harmful to the eye system at all. You just can't use it as vigorously as you can use the 30/70. So where, I recommend that people start with 4 times a day. When you're using 40/60 with mild cataracts, you would really only want to use it once or twice a day.
Okay. And
Okay.
that's probably why I'm kind of getting that cloudiness because it's too strong for what I need.
I don't know that you're getting the cloudiness because it's too strong for what you need. I think you're getting it because it's probably building up in the eye system. It's not having the time to, okay. It's not having the time to actually run completely out of the eye.
Okay. Okay. So, and you recommend that this blend over, you said something about the 4 and I that you
So
would do?
if you don't have a diagnosis, like severe cataracts or retinal detachment or diabetic retinopathy or um, glaucoma with an IOP over 20, um, then 4 and I is not the drop that you want, unless you have like a corneal edema or something like that.
Okay. No, I was only just last year that diagnosed with mild cataracts. Worse in the right one around the center, the left one is out on the edge.
Okay. So, and you should start to see like in 3 weeks. And honestly, with that, I would only use the 40/60 1 drop a day. And I would do 6 days on, 3 days off. 6 days, you're going to do 1 drop at night. 3 days, you're going to take the day off, only use the Revitalize, and then go back and do it again.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I can use the Revitalize as much as I want.
As much as you want.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And
Wonderful.
I think that hydration will actually help the cataracts, dissolve even faster. So using the Revitalize as often as possible will actually be a help to the 40/60.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Okay. All right. I think we're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
I'm
From the
actually starting
question,
to figure out how this
Okay.
works.
No, I was only just last year that diagnosed with mild cataracts. Worse in the right one around the center, the left one is out on the edge.
Okay. So we got
So,
somebody
and
that
you should
has
start like
YouTube
in 3
open.
weeks. And honestly, with that, I would only use the 40/60 1 drop a day. And I
All right. So, Cat B, I think you've got YouTube open playing as well as Zoom open playing on the same device, and that's where that feedback is coming from. But I just muted you, and that stopped that. Coco, what was your question?
I wasn't for sure that Kat was still in conversation. I was gonna address some of the questions in the chat on
Oh, okay,
YouTube.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have a question from Anna Hit a Mahdi and 25, 23. I might have got that wrong. I'm sorry. That
It's
was a long
okay.
one.
We're doing our best.
Yes. So, hello. I've had many eye procedures in the last 2 years, including a vitrectomy for
Virectomy.
virectomy. See, for retinal detachment, macular hole, and cataract surgery. I'm due to get a YAG laser procedure soon for a secondary.
Don't do it.
Right. Oh, and also for a secondary cataract, and was wondering whether it is safe to use your 3070 DMSO drops before the procedure.
Okay. I I I would caution you to, if you're going to use the drops, use them for at least a month before you do that YAG thing. You may not need it. That's the big reason why. If you're willing to take a month and push it back, because you can always get it, but you can't unget it. And then based on the number of procedures that you're, you know, saying that you've got a lot of scar tissue and dryness in the eyes. You need to get that under control before you do any other procedures. And a month will make a massive, 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 massive difference in the way that your eyes are operating. So, from a health standpoint, as well as an eyesight standpoint, I would recommend you get the 3070, get 3 bottles of Revitalize. One comes free, so only buy another two. And then also get the C Clear with DMSO. Those are going to, change up your whole entire eyesight world, and it'll make a massive difference. And I think you probably won't need that YAG procedure by the time you get to the end of the month.
Okay, looks like we have Nanette in the Zoom room. Nanette, would you like to come up and
Yes,
chat?
we do. Nanette, I'm going to ask you to unmute. I'm going to send that request if I can actually click on it. Oh, I'm clicking on
I'm
the
trying
wrong.
to, where is it?
All right,
Oh,
Nanette.
your
You can
mic is
hear me?
open.
I'm trying
Yes,
to,
we can
Yes, we
hear
got
you.
you.
okay. This is so wild. Yeah, I was trying to get my camera on, but it's not working.
No worries, no
Oh,
worries.
Hi, greetings. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Glad to have you.
Great. Yes, I had placed an order on March 10th for I thought it was the 3070 and the Revitalize.
Yes.
But when I'm looking at it, it's saying the 2080. So I want to make sure if that one, because what my problem is, when I went to the eye doctor, they say I had stigmatism.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
astigmatism is about the shape of your eye.
mhm.
Inflammation can actually change the shape of the eye. I have multiple customers that have had astigmatism, and after using 3070, they've been able to reduce the astigmatism adjustment in their prescription down to 0.
Okay. Yeah, I
So,
didn't. I didn't wear. I wore the glasses for like maybe 3 days because after wearing it, I noticed when I take it off, it's like my eyes were getting worse. So I said, I'm not wearing these glasses anymore. And I happened to be strolling on TikTok one night and I found you and I came in and I was listening to you talk. So I said, let me go ahead and order it so I can start on this.
no, and
Nanette,
I
I believe I have her order up. Can you confirm
okay.
what the last 2 digits are of that order number?
Yes, the last 42.
Okay, yes, you did order 2080.
Oh, I thought I did the third. You see?
Well,
The
what?
eyes. No, you see the eyes there? See good?
Yeah, no. But here's the deal. They're both the same prices. So Coco, can you edit it and take off the 2080 and add the 3070?
I already got you.
Excellent, marvelous, because the prices are the same, so it's not going to be any kind of adjustment other
Okay,
than just
great. So I know you keep telling people about the other one is called you just
four.
said it.
For an eye.
The sea clear.
Oh yeah, the C Clear is awesome.
Do you think I should do that too? Because I do have dry eyes. That's why I got the Revitalize, because I'm always rubbing my eyes. I'm always rubbing my eyes, and
Yeah,
very
the
irritating.
Revitalize will make a big difference.
Mhm.
But the C Clear is hugely beneficial just because it's like a vitamin, a multivitamin shot to the eye system.
Okay.
So it has a lot of value for long-term eye health. Um, so I would recommend that, honestly, I recommend that everyone that has eyes get that.
Okay. So I'm gonna get that too then. Yeah.
Okay, I can add that to the order. Or did Leslie, do you want me to start a different order?
Is there a shipping label assigned?
No,
Okay, yeah, if there's no shipping label assigned, you can edit it and add that.
got it. And invoice is going to go to the email that was listed on the order.
Mhm.
Say that again?
I was stating to Annette the invoice
Uh-huh.
for the secret is going to go,
It's gonna
and I've
come to.
updated the
It's gonna,
3070 as well.
yeah, it'll go to your email.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah, and you can just click on it and you can, make payment whenever you're ready.
All right.
Yeah. And we're catching up on processing orders. Like it's been a process. But
It's okay. I
there
understand. I know a
all
lot of
these
people. Hmm.
Yeah, no, and
Hmm.
we've had a relative amount of orders, but the bigger things have been the issues with the shippers and
Hmm.
actually getting, all of our items in.
Oh, okay.
And it's been kind of crazy. We do have, like, with the C Clear with DMSO and the
Hmm.
Lester Eye Laser, the saline solution that we use is the Quintone saline solution.
Hmm.
It comes from Canada.
Hmm.
Customs is always a little bit of a war
Wow. Hmm.
to get it in. So I spend a lot of my time on the phone going, yeah, no, that's what I ordered. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's saline solution. Yeah, no, I can't really give you any idea of where the saline solution comes from because it's seawater. So I imagine it comes from the sea.
All right.
So, these customs agents, and Nancy, we were talking about USPS. They got a lot of new agents, and they just
Mhm.
don't know what they don't know. And I'm telling you, the questions that they ask make me insane. They just make me crazy.
Okay.
So, but it is what it is. Like, it's just part of the process. And now that we're growing, we're ordering larger batches, and the assumption is, why are you buying all this saline solution? Like, what are you doing with it? And I'm like, yeah, it's a new drug. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's
Mm.
saline solution. Why do I have to explain it?
What could be dangerous about that?
I just like, yeah, what can I possibly do with salt water?
Well, I'm appreciative of everything. I'm gonna be patient and just wait on my order.
Well, thank you so much. And we'll definitely get it out to you in the next couple of days. We've got another big batch.
Mhm.
We processed two big batches of orders the last couple of days, and then we're processing another batch, not tomorrow, but Thursday, probably another 100 orders. And then I'm sure your order will be in that batch.
All right, great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you being a customer without a doubt.
All right, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Altamise,
Yes, how are you doing?
excellent. How are you doing?
Good. I switched up my protocol and it's still singing, so I'm just gonna hang on in there and see
Okay,
it
what
through.
what what'd you switch it up to?
Um, I'm doing the compress out the freezer, the moisturizer, the 4-in-1. Oh, what?
Four and I.
Four, yeah, okay. I'm gonna give it a new name.
That's all right.
And I'm doing that one time with the 4060 and doing the 4060 and the moisturizer. Is that it? Three other times. I'm doing that 4 times.
Okay.
And then the mask and the
Excellent.
4060 right before the mask at bedtime.
Okay. And so what is giving you the big sting? Do you know which product it is?
Yes, the 4 and I.
It's
All
the
the
four and I.
others are mild.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to recommend. Do you know, like you can go to your pharmacy and buy what's called an eye cup.
Yes, yes.
You've heard of an eye
Oh
cup?
yes, I've used a shot glass for that before.
No, 100%. What I want you to do is I want you to take a drop, and I got to give Nancy credit for this because she told me that's how she was getting the drops in her eyes. But I want you to take a drop of the Revitalize and add a drop of Foreign Eye in the same eye cup, and then put that in your eye and see how that feels.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mix them together. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Okay.
add the two together and then drop it in your eye at the same time, and then see what happens as far as the sting. Um,
Okay, that might get lost in a shot glass, huh? Since it's just going to be the 2 drops.
well, I think they'll blend together very well.
Okay.
Like I would just take the edge of the foreign eye dropper and stir it around a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and,
Hmm.
and put it in the eye.
I'm just thinking by the time it settles in there and then I get that to my eye, I might lose some of it, but maybe not.
Well, I don't think it'll be significant enough that
Okay.
it'll be an issue. But if
Okay.
it does stop the stinging, then we have a methodology.
Okay. And it seems the vitreous fluid is like moving. It was only in the right eye that I could see it. Seems like now it's just moving over both the eyes, and I can just see it move. I can close the left eye and I see it just as well as I do when I do the right eye. And I only used to see it when I close my left eye.
So what do you mean the vitreous fluid?
Well, there is like, how do I say this? The clumps that are breaking up,
Yeah, the floaters.
and it's like they're in a puddle of water that moves, but it moves, not liquidy, but thick, like
Is
it's
it like you're seeing a drop of liquid move across the eye, the visual field?
yeah, but it's all over the field.
Okay. So it's all over the visual field, but is it like looking through a drop of water?
Yeah, but the water has floaters and bits and pieces that moves with it.
Okay. So what I think you have is multiple floaters are grouped together in what's called a ghost floater. So you've got an outside edge, and inside you've got all these smaller floaters, and that whole field is moving around in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
The edge is just the breaking up of the collagen. So keep going because probably in a week, that edge is going to break apart.
Okay. It looks like what my specialist used to say was bleeding. It kind of looks like that.
So it looks like there's blood in the vitreous fluid.
No, no, it's definitely the color of the floaters.
Okay.
It's that. But I know sometimes I would sleep on my stomach, and then he would say, try to sleep on your back so that it won't bleed. But I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, that terminology doesn't really register with me. But, you know, I think what you're getting, because here's the other thing I would do. When you close off one eye or the other, actually massage the eye for a little bit,
Okay.
maybe like 6 or 7 rounds, then
Mhm.
open the eye and see if you see it.
Oh
And
yeah, it doesn't go away.
it doesn't move out of your visual field.
Mm-mm. Wait, let me look.
Okay.
It might. It looked like it might be moving away, but I think it'll probably come back. But
Yeah, it probably will come back because
mhm.
you can't break it apart necessarily.
Right,
It,
right.
the fluid is got enough viscosity that it'll come back together even after you kind of push it away. But
Mm-hmm.
doing that massage on the eye, adding that little bit of pressure on the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
that will cause it to, break apart and they'll have to find each other again. Over time, using the drops, they won't be able to come back together. The viscosity will change to the point where they're not going to be able to come back together in the same way.
Okay. It's just like um you know how on the Terminator movies when they would melt down and how that
Yes.
would it kind of looks like that. It kind of moves
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's what it is the actual vitreous fluid jelly
Yeah.
trapped in a frame of
Yeah.
fluid.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So do that massage at least twice a day.
Okay.
Just 5 or 6 or 7 rounds. No more than 10 that you need.
Okay.
And just add a little pressure and just move it around. And you know what I mean?
I
Just
do.
keep it all flushing around. And some of it'll get flushed out as trash, some of it'll get broken down, but eventually it will not be able to come back as the same, big form that it
Okay.
is at the
Okay.
moment.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
All
Appreciate you
right.
coming up.
All right. Have a good one.
Okay.
Okay, we have a question on YouTube from Jana Anna 2551. She wanted
Okay.
to know what is foreign eye, and she also wants to know how does that compare to the 3070.
Okay. So foreign eye is a blend. It contains castor oil, DMSO, Meliopanini honey, hyaluronic acid, Celtic salt saline solution. So those are the ingredients that are in the foreign eye. And For an eye, I actually developed it because I had a severe cataract on my left eye, and using 3070, which dissolved the moderate cataract on my right eye, wasn't doing a whole lot for the cataract on my left eye. And it had way more calcification than the right eye cataract did. That, along with the 40/60, so 40% DMSO, 60% castor oil, those two things like totally obliterated the cataract on my left eye. I had to learn what was necessary to actually get the cataract material, that protein buildup. And because it was so built up, it, you know, and it was so calcified that I had to figure out how can you break that apart a little bit at a time and be able to get all of those ingredients into the actual cataract material to break it off the lens. So it's like softening concrete in a way. And so that's where I learned about the Melio Panini honey and combining that with the Celtic salt saline solution. And the vitreous fluid is made up of predominantly collagen and hyaluronic acid. And what percentage of hyaluronic acid I needed to have, in the mix. So all of that came together to deal with more severe issues in the eye like a severe cataract or severe diabetic retinopathy. Um, and it also works really well for macular degeneration. Like the host of things that foreign eye works for is really, really big. 3070 is more of a moderate, middle of the road. I have eyeglasses that I no longer want to wear. I no longer want to wear readers. I just don't have the visual acuity that I want to have. I don't have focus and clarity that I'm looking for. I have moderate issues like my IOP, my interocular pressure is 16, 17, and I want to get it back down to 12 where it should be. So all of those median things is what 3070 works really, really well with and really what it was designed for.
Okay, so Garnet 6708. Okay, bear with me because there's quite a bit of questions. This is
No worries.
from the YouTube chat. So first statement, guess the revitalized and 4060 isn't what to use for cataracts.
So it depends on the type of cataract. It's not that you can't use it, you just have to use it differently than potentially intended. If you have a severe cataract, 4060 and Revitalize is, going to be your jam. You're going to enjoy that. It's going to work really, really well. If you've got a moderate or mild cataract, you're going to have to use it more sparingly. So, and I suggest 6 days on, 3 days off, 6 days on, 3 days off because you can over-treat the eye with the 4060 if you're using it too much.
And they stated that I have mild cataracts. It seems my eyes get worse when I use it and then gets better when I stop.
It will seem that way because when you're using it, the actual 40, the 4060 is dissolving the cataract. So you can imagine you're looking out of an eye that's having that protein material melted on the surface of the lens. So you're using your eye while you're looking at out of, this melted formation. Then when you stop for a few days, that melting is no longer occurring. So you get more clarity, it gets clearer. But the other thing is you actually start to get buildup again. So you've got to balance the two. Because this is not a success only journey. You've got to balance the two. And that's what really works with the, 6 days on, 3 days off, 6 days on, 3 days off, because you give the eye a break. You let that material actually get, pushed out of the eye system. That debris is in the trash can. It's either coming out on the lens of your eye or it's getting pushed into the lymph system and pushed out of the body that way. But what you're actually, it's a difficult thing because you're physically seeing the dissolution, the dissolving of the protein buildup that is a cataract.
Okay, next question is, seems there are different directions for using 4060 on top of eyelid or in eye. Wait 5 minutes after revitalize or immediately? Question mark.
Okay, so you can use, well, except for the water eye drops, the things that have water on them, you can use them topically. 40, 60, 30, 70, 20, 80. You can use them topically on the eyelid. A 4060 is also really great for topical issues like I got a burn on my hand. If you had a burn on your skin or you had any kind of skin irritation, it would be great for that. So the instructions are kind of loose in that arena. You don't need to wait a period of time between using Revitalize and 40, 60, 30, 70, 20, 80. You just need to wait until your eyes are ready for the next drop. So when your eyes get back to a normal state, you're ready for the next drop, boom, drop the next drop. That's how that works.
Next question is, how long after using drops can you put contacts in?
You should wait a minimum of 15 minutes. 30 minutes is what I prefer. And you need to make sure that you wash your face and clean your eyelashes because DMSO and castor oil will destroy contact lenses. So you don't want to have any castor oil or DMSO, in and around your eyes at the time that you insert the contact lenses.
Okay, next question is, isn't having too much vitreous fluid like having contacts? excuse me, cataracts.
I would
I'll
say
repeat that. Isn't having too much vitreous fluid like having cataracts?
no. Cataracts are actually a clouding of the lens inside the vitreous fluid. So if you had too much vitreous fluid, and I don't know if that's a condition, um, hang on, I'm going to ask ChatGPT real quick here. What does it mean and what's it called if you have too much vitreous fluid? But the vitreous fluid it should be a clear fluid. If you have a cloudy vitreous fluid, it doesn't matter how much you have, whether it's, your eye is overfilled or not, it's going to be cloudy. Okay, if you have too much vitreous fluid, the gel inside your eye, there isn't really a condition where the eye simply overfills with vitreous. But there are several conditions people are usually referring to when they describe that feeling. So vitreous syneresis, so it's the liquefaction of the vitreous. That means the vitreous is actually changing viscosity. What it is, the gel vitreous humor inside your eye starts to break down and become more liquid with age. What it feels like, floaters, spots, cobwebs, squiggling lines, a sense of movement in your vision, not truly too much fluid, but more watery than gel-like. This is very common after age 40 to 50. And then a posterior vitreous attachment, also known as a PVD. And what this is the vitreous becomes more liquid and pulls away from the retina. And the symptoms are sudden increase in floaters, flashes of light, feeling like something is sloshing or moving. And that often follows vitreous liquefaction. Excuse me.
No worries.
My throat and I are having a moment. So there's not a condition that is qualified as too much vitreous fluid in the eye. But if you have cloudy vitreous fluid, which you can have, the fluid actually has cloudiness, it is going to, in your sight, be the same as having a cataract because you're looking through this cloudy fluid, just like looking through a cloudy lens. And that typically happens after a hemorrhage.
Need a second?
Dude, I need like an hour.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready for the next question.
Okay. I just wanted to say that.
I was going
Go
to say,
ahead.
I got a question, but am I cutting in line?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the way when I first talked with you last year, I think it was in November, Leslie, and you said, and I told you then that I had advanced cataract in both eyes plus Stargardt's. Then when I saw my regular ophthalmologist, he said, no, your cataracts are mild to moderate. And I'm like, okay. So I have the drops for is revitalize and then for an eye and then 40/60 and then see clear. I was going to do, once I get going with all four again, I was going to do all four like 4 times a day. But the 40/60, based on what I've heard you tell others here, should I only do that once a day if the cataracts are only mild to moderate, or will they help with the Stargardt's?
That's the point. So the 40/60 will be highly beneficial with the Stargardt's.
Okay.
So yeah, you're gonna want to keep that same platform of
Okay.
use with the
Okay.
4 times a day, including with the 40/60, because that is going to help the eye kind of normalize creating fluid to to reduce the dryness that is naturally showing up due to the Stargards.
Okay. And should I, back when I talked to you in November, you said I could even do it 4 to 6 times a day. I don't know that I'll ever get it in 6 times a day, but is 4 times a day?
Yeah, 4 times a day would be great. And I would recommend, because of the way that you're actually applying the drops,
Yeah.
I'd recommend that you do it twice in an hour. So pick an hour and you're going to do it once, and then within 30 minutes, do it again.
Do all
And
4
do
once and then do all 4 again?
100%.
Okay.
100%
And
in
then
an
do,
hour instead of scheduling it, like at 10 and 2 and 4 and,
yeah.
9. Um, because the more you do them together, the more the eye has to hold on to actually use to work on what's going on in the eye. And if you're using a sleep mask at night, especially at night, this is it's impressive what the eye actually does, because all the repair happens when your eyes are closed. And
Oh,
if you can block all light from the eye system for a number of hours, that stuff will just go to town in your eyes.
I do have sleep mask. So do it twice in the morning and then twice in the evening, and not do it in the afternoon then?
Yes.
That'll be easier than the way I've been trying to plan to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do.
And then make sure the last drop you do is going to be because this is going to be a little out of order for you, because the 4 and I you need to mix
Yeah.
with the Revitalize, but I want that to be the last drop that you do so that everything else is solidly, in the eye.
Okay. So the very last time I do it at night, I start with what, 40/60?
Start with Revitalize,
Okay.
then you're going to go to 40/60, then you're going to end with Revitalize mixed with 4 and I.
Okay. And then, but do see clear after the 40/60?
So the C clear you can do any time in the day. That doesn't need to be part of the scheduled regimen.
Okay.
Okay.
So at the very last time, do revitalize, then 40/60. And then if I want to do
Four.
see clear, I could do it then and then end with revitalize and 4 and I.
Yes. Yes.
Or would you
Exactly.
rather me skip see clear at the evening? I don't know.
No, and
Oh,
no, I'd rather you do the C clear closer to the Revitalize in the evening. Like do the C clear first or the Revitalize first, whichever one, doesn't matter. But those two are going to be the first 2 drops, and then you're going to do 40/60 and the mixture of 4 and I and Revitalize.
okay. So I could do revitalize, see clear, 40/60, and then revitalize and 4 and I.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
And then put that sleep mask on and enjoy
Yes.
what happens next.
Hey, ladies, I could even put the sleep mask on in the daytime. It's not.
No, I
You
mean,
might fall asleep though. It is so relaxing. It helps me to get
Yeah.
a good night's sleep. So I don't know. If you feel like taking a nap, go ahead.
I was joking because I only have light perception left. I was like, I can do it with a sleep mask any time of the day.
but the deal
But
is
no,
you
yeah,
don't actually need to see, to
yeah.
use your eyes for sight, but you still need to cloud off all of the light. So doing the sleep mask during the day actually is a good idea, because what
Okay,
you're trying to do is reduce the amount of light that gets in the eyes.
okay,
Because our eyes are reparative and restorative when they have
yeah,
nothing else to do.
okay. And I can do that even if I just close my eyes and do the sleep mask for say 30 minutes in the morning or an hour in the morning. I could even do that.
100%.
Yeah, there's
100%.
some days I can do that, not every day, but some days I could. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
anytime you can do it, you
yeah,
should do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Oh gosh, this is great. This is great information.
Go for it, Nancy. Go for it.
Okay, and then just give me a kick in the pants and tell me so I just saw my ophthalmologist in December, and and he's kind. I think the world of him, and at first he said, "Oh, well, let me look at there's any research project I can get you into," and I said, "Okay," and then he said, "No, your retina's they've been severely damaged, and for too long, nothing's going to help." And so, tell me that there is hope.
Okay.
Even if you have to lie to me.
First of all, I ain't got time to lie to you. That's somebody else's job, like your retinal specialist. Um,
Uh-huh.
there's there's always hope. There's always hope. The body's
Yeah.
ability to heal itself is dramatically above and beyond what we even imagine.
Yeah.
So, he's
That's
right. You've had a lot of trauma to your eye, and it's going to take time.
yeah.
It's not, I'm not saying, 3 weeks from now, woohoo, let's go to Vegas. But
Yes. Yes, I know. I know.
but the restoration process, now you know more than you knew 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
So you're going to do all the things that your eyes need to
Yeah.
actually get better.
Yeah.
So it's like just like if you go on a diet, right?
Yes.
I want to have better health. I want to lose weight. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Great. What do I have to do? Well, you've got to move more and you've got to eat less and you've got to eat better food and you've
Yeah.
got to cook your own food. And you can't do all of that in one day and lose whatever weight you want to lose. And tomorrow's a better day.
Yeah.
Like it takes time, it's a process. And as long as you're walking that process and you're being diligent about the process,
Yeah.
you're going to get where you need to go.
I believe that. I truly do believe that.
So do
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, I really
100%.
do.
Because I truly thought that there was the only way I was going to ever have quality eyesight again was having surgery and
Yeah.
having cataract surgery. And I had
Yeah.
no idea how that was going to happen with the cost of cataract surgery.
Yeah.
And when, when I was informed that castor oil and DMSO together
Yeah.
can truly benefit the eye system, and castor oil breaks apart cataracts, and here's how you get the castor oil deep enough into the eye system to make it work, and I started playing with it and it started working. I was amazed, but it took months
Yeah.
for the results to really be what I needed them to be. And it took another year before I said, not only is this helping me, but it can help other people.
Good
And
for
it took
you.
another 6 months after that to turn it into products.
Now, the castor oil, that will help with the cataracts, no doubt, but that also will help with the retina,
It helps everything.
everything. Okay.
Everything. It is amazing what
Yeah.
castor oil does in the eye system. It's amazing. Like I truly believe God made castor oil for our eyes.
Yeah.
I know it does all kinds of other wonderful things, but I promise you, this is my belief because what it has done for my eyes, I don't wear glasses at all.
Oh,
I don't have perfect eyesight, but I see well enough that I can do everything I need to do,
yeah.
including drive a car, you know, read directions, operate my phone, operate my laptop,
Yes.
whatever it is, read a book, the whole 9 yards. I can do it all. And I have, since I was 6, needed glasses to do any of that.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
And
Let me
that's
ask
all
you.
I'm saying. But that's the castor oil. That ain't me.
Okay. Okay. But then the DMSO, I mean, I've been reading a lot about DMSO lately, and that stuff is amazing too. So
It
it's
is
like,
amazing, but the
yeah.
most amazing thing about the DMSO is it gets the castor oil where it needs to go and
Okay.
it clears the field. DMSO is so anti-inflammatory that it clears all of the inflammation out of the way so the castor oil can go do its work.
And that's basically what all this retinal damage is inflammation. I mean,
100%.
that's what it is.
100%.
Flax oil. I follow a medical doctor just for my, just my physical health, and she's online, and she just raves about flax oil, and so I'm doing flax oil too. Would you ever consider doing a DMSO flax oil eye drop?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, my hair care product has flaxseed gel in it, which
Good.
is yeah, exactly. So flaxseed has huge
Yeah.
benefits, but I want to be able to know the things that
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
using and promoting actually have long lasting benefit.
Yeah. Not
This is
going.
part of the reason that I took the time to not make products right away, but later on,
Yeah.
is I wanted to know from a longevity standpoint, you know, I took off my glasses at 59, I'm now 62, I have not had to pick them back up.
Isn't that
So
great?
when people say, is this going to last? Well, it is for me.
It has lasted.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm patient zero. So there's nobody before me.
That's me. That's me.
Right.
I want it
So
yesterday.
every
Uh,
everybody does, and I do too. But the reality is getting to a point where your eyes have healed at the level that
yeah.
you hold on to that healing.
Yes.
It's not a roller coaster where one day it's great and the other day it's horrible.
Yep.
When you get to that flat line and it's just every day my eyesight is the same, that's the most blissful moment that you'll have,
Okay. Yeah.
you know,
I'm
because you can
I'm
see what you can see and you can't see what you can't see, and it ain't gonna get any better, but it ain't gonna get any worse.
well, mine basically can't get much worse other than to lose the light, the little bit of light I can still see. But
Yeah,
but I'm not just doing the eye drops. I'm also doing more vegetables, more fruits, really increasing that, doing the flax oil, flax seeds in my smoothies, and I'm meditating. And I believe it all plays together. It all
it
works
does.
together. It
It
really
does
does. Yeah.
because everything, the body, the whole body is a system, and
Yeah.
there are all these subsystems within the system.
Yeah.
So if you have the system operating well, if the engine of a car is operating really well, putting air in the tires is easy,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
but putting air in the tires ain't gonna make the engine work.
Yeah. And I hear you got other people, so I won't. But thank you, thank you. I got so much out of this what you just told me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, thank you so
Yeah.
much. I appreciate you. All right, Coco, do you want to keep answering questions?
Yeah, let me get these just a few questions from the YouTube chat. We have Scott Van Zen Guitar asked, how long was your process for restoration?
It was a year. It took 12 months. So it took 9 months for my left eye and 3 months for my right eye. And I'm still going because my left eye has some retinal issues that I've not had diagnosed. I'm just working on them on my own. And I know enough about the eye system to know it's retinal because it is about visual acuity. Um, and I'm still using my products to see if I can even work that out. Like, can I work that out? Will that help? I still want to learn more about how these ingredients affect the eye system and benefit the eye system and you know modify the eye system back to its original state. So as far back, I have better eyesight now than I had in my 20s because I'm not using glasses at all. And I don't feel the need to go out and get them. There are situations where I'm looking at things and I'm like, a pair of glasses would really be great right now. But I'm willing to get a little bit closer. I'm willing to sun gaze. I'm willing to do all of the things I've been doing to not have to put glasses on my face again. So it took a year. And for other people, it takes minimal time. Like Dana Cumberland, who's often on my lives, she just wanted to actually be able to roll over, look at her clock, and see what time it was. And in 3 months, she went from wearing contacts every single day to not having to wear contacts at all. And she can see perfectly what time it is. She doesn't drive with glasses. She doesn't operate with glasses. She has glasses now as accessories. She just buys non-prescription glasses to accessorize. Many, I can't even tell you all the stories. It's amazing. But it is going to take time. And the more intense the issue is in the eye, the longer it's going to take, obviously. I've a very good friend of mine I've known for 40 years, almost 50 years now. And he had a very severe cataract in his left eye. It was white out cataract. He couldn't see anything out of the eye. And he started using 4 and I and 40/60. Early on, he was using 30/70. He was kind of walking the path with me. And a year later, he was actually driving at night in the rain from Daytona to Pensacola because that cataract had lifted to the point where he didn't need to worry about not being able to drive. So the stories are dynamic, and I'm telling you, our eyes' ability to heal is well above and beyond what our anticipation is.
Okay, we have a question from Anahita Mahmoudi and 2523. Asked also, when I use the 3070 drops, I also a heated iPad as well. And when I want to rewarm the iPad in the microwave, it burns the fabric. Is that because of the DMSO or castor oil? Is it
Probably
even?
because that the castor oil, but I would not heat your eyes. Your eyes are a very sensitive system, and heat can be very destructive, especially if you've got DMSO and castor oil in your eyes at the time. I would not add heat. I would add cold. So I'd put a cloth in the freezer and put that over the eyes to soothe the eyes. If you're going to use heat, don't use it after using the drops. I wouldn't do that at all.
And the second question was, can you use the 3070 and 4060 blend in an eye that has already had cataract surgery?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the IOL, the intraocular lenses, are made from a silicone material that does not interact with DMSO or castor oil. So, and I have many customers that have had cataract surgery that are using, an array, like almost all of the products are being used with people that um, have had cataract surgery and have replacement IOLs.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to switch back over to the Zoom. We had
Okay.
Sharon and Gail to come in. I don't know if Sharon wanted to speak or just an
Well, I'm on
observer.
Gail right now. So Gail, are
No
you?
Hi.
worries. Hi, Gail.
Hi there. Hey,
Hi.
thanks for your products. I have grade one cataracts, and
Okay.
I've used the blend of DMSO and castor oil for 2 months now, and I don't always honestly use the Revitalize. I sometimes it's just the castor oil. Do I need to keep those two refrigerated or not?
No. So the Revitalize, you only need to refrigerate it if the ambient temperature of your environment is above 80 degrees.
I see. Okay,
So the
well, it's
product
not.
has to stay below 80 degrees.
Okay. The reason I want to use drops is my brother had cataract surgery. He has floaters from the surgery, can't read. A friend of mine had cataract surgery, almost went blind. I mean, she had no eye issues,
Oh my gosh.
and she almost went blind from the cataract surgery
Yeah.
because she had complications. I won't get into it, but anyway, she's actually a doctor. So that's why I want to try to do natural stuff. And
Yeah.
so I really appreciate your products. So is there anything else you would recommend besides I think I'm doing the 3070 blend
How many times a day are you using the 3070?
twice a day?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to bump that up to 4 times a day and twice in an hour. So are you starting to see any lift of your cataracts?
I don't know if I can see the problem as it is now. I'm nearsighted and farsighted, but I will say before I even started this, I need to get a new prescription. I'm not seeing that well. So this is before I started the drops. So I haven't noticed any. Sometimes I go around and go, oh my God, I think I am seeing a little better, but it's really hard to tell. Grade one cataracts, I didn't even notice a problem before the ophthalmologist said something. Or, you know,
So here's how you can tell if you're having, beneficial changes. Take your glasses off and notice what you can see with your glasses off versus with your glasses on. The other thing is if you happen to have an older pair of glasses, wear the older pair of glasses and see if your eyesight is better with the older glasses than with your current glasses.
okay.
because that will tell you that your eyes are getting stronger. Um, I would recommend that you go to 4 times a day with the 30/70 and the Revitalize. I always recommend that you use the Revitalize because that having moisture in the eye is
Hmm.
like the most significant thing that we can all do for our eye health,
Okay. All right.
for our eyesight and our eye health. But I'm going to recommend that you do the 30/70 twice in an hour. So in 1 hour, whenever you drop the first drop, within 30 minutes, you're going to drop it again. And then you're going to do that in the evening. So morning and
Okay.
evening, and keep that rotation going. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you have older glasses, grab them, put them on. And I promise you, in the next couple of weeks, you're going to be like, man, I see a lot better out of these older glasses than I see out of the new glasses.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm going to ask a question. If you don't have time,
Sure. No, go ahead.
we can do it another time. We have a family member who has Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy.
Okay.
She's in her 50s. She became blind about 7 years ago. And of course, the medical profession offered nothing. Um, and I'm just wondering if any of your products would be helpful for optic neuropathy.
Is she legally blind or is she
Oh, she's
um,
blind. I mean,
functionally blind?
she, she can see some shadows. That's about it.
That's great because that lets me know the optic nerve is still alive.
Yeah, she
And
sees. Okay, good, good. You know, it's interesting. I looked up DMSO stuff on like Unbecoming online and Midwestern Doctor, and
yeah,
they have reversed blindness. And I really think she went in a study to Atlanta, Emma. They flew her a bunch of times. What they want to do in the medical profession is not help anybody but they're blind with their blindness, but come out with something they can charge $1 million for.
no, a
You know,
hundred percent,
you
a
know,
hundred percent.
they don't want to help any blindness that might
No, yeah,
eke
they're
some
looking at
sight.
how do we create robotic eyes? How do we, do
Right,
surgery on the eye to actually regain some level of sight?
right,
And they don't even care if your sight's functional sight.
right.
It's just,
Yeah.
okay, I'm blind. All right, we're going to do this surgery. Can you see now? Barely. Success.
There you go. We got to charge $1 million for that now.
100%.
Yeah.
Let's repeat this as many times as we can. It's
Yeah.
it's
You get it.
different level of crazy as far as I'm concerned. But so the answer is yes. The 4 and I, the 40/60, and the C Clear with DMSO, but also the Luster Elixir. So all of those would be the products that I would recommend. I would want to, have a conversation regularly so that I can figure out the right
Okay.
protocol to see what kind of changes are happening, and then how do we keep positive change happening in the eyes.
Okay. Okay.
So, and the next time you talk to her, ask her if she's suffering any atrophy in the eyes, because a lot of people, when their eye is no longer functional use, the eyeball starts to shrink, and that puts pressure on various nerves within the
Yeah.
eye. I have a
Hmm.
couple of customers who've had um, atrophy of the eyeball, and their eyeball, after using the 4 and I and the 30/70 along with the Revitalize, their eyeball has restored to its natural state.
Hmm. Her eyes look pretty normal.
Okay,
You know,
good,
they don't look sunken or shriveled
good,
or
good, good, good.
normal.
Because
So,
that's the big thing. That's
okay.
the big.
Maybe I'll just have her come on one of your chats then.
No, I'd love that. I'd love that.
I think she'd like to meet you. So,
Yeah, I'd love that.
okay. Well, I so appreciate meeting you and your products are fantastic. And I'm looking forward to trying your protocol out and I'll stay in touch and let you know how it goes.
Come back anytime. I'm on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Super.
All right. Thanks so
Okay.
much. I appreciate you. Okay,
Okay.
and
I'm not for sure if Sharon wanted to come up. Sharon, if you're still there, just unmute your mic. Otherwise, we can go to Jana Anna 34.
Hi, this is Jana Anna.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I so appreciate this and your products. I've been putting, I've used the Revitalize and the 3070. Um, and then I have these eye drops, they're NAC. I don't know, have you heard of that? NAC.
NAC, yeah, the NAC eye drops.
Yeah, are those okay to use with all of this?
So they would be okay to use with all of this, but I don't think the NAC does anything beneficial in the eye system. I actually think that they are drying and potentially harmful in the eye system. So my
Okay.
preference would be that you not use them.
Okay, I've been using it for a while and it hasn't done anything.
Well,
And the
that's the best
Revitalize,
answer.
yeah,
That's the best
true.
answer, honestly.
Okay, I'll stop using it. And then the Revitalize though, it still stings, but I notice my eyes aren't as dry throughout the
Yeah,
day. And I've been
yeah.
using it, I used it a lot. Now I'm back down to like 4 times a day. And then the 3070 I use sometimes twice a day, sometimes once. They said they saw a slight cataract in my left eye that isn't changing. They've been seeing it now for years, but I do have a astigmatism, and so I'm basically farsighted, and well, that's what that's what I've noticed. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I started wearing the eye mask at night. So anyway, I wanted to know about the NAC mostly, and the floaters, the 3070 is going to help with the floaters, get rid of them.
100%, 100%. And if you do the 3070 twice before bed, so you're going to do a drop and then you're going to 15 minutes later or 30 minutes later, you're going to do another drop, then put that eye mask on, then go to bed.
Okay,
That's going to help the castor oil work on those floaters more consistently while your eyes don't have any light. So, and this is for everybody. When your eyes don't have any light, they all they can do, all that can happen is restoration.
cool.
They're
Yeah,
they're working on restoration. That's what they're doing, cleaning up the environment, taking out the trash, connecting to the lymph system and pushing out all the negative stuff. All of that is happening while you sleep. And I don't know how many people realize that we don't sleep in the dark anymore. We sleep in the kind of dark. Um, if you look at your environment, you'd be surprised how much light is actually there, especially if you give yourself 15 minutes sitting in the dark, and then you can start to see all the light seeping into the room. Any light that hits your eyes, even while you're asleep, you roll over, you open your eye, it stops that process. It just shuts it down.
Oh,
I'm sorry?
I thought you would buy one
No, no, no.
for your computer so that you did post.
No, I'll be done. I'll be done at 8. Okay. It's my daughter, Lily.
oh, how fun.
Hello, Lily.
Yeah, I heard you say take a break from the 3070. Do I need to do that? I've been muscle testing, yes, every night, so every day.
So the 3070, you don't really need to take a break from the 4060 if you're
Oh,
using
okay, because that's
4060.
stronger. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. And especially if you don't have severe issues in the eye. So if
yeah.
you've got, just cataracts or mild cataracts or mild to just barely moderate cataracts, you probably want to do the 6 days on, 3 days off, 6 days on, 3 days off, give your eyes a little break because of the intensity of that eye drop.
Okay. But since I'm using 3070 and barely have any cataract, I can use it
Yeah.
every. And
Yeah.
then I did order the C Clear. So I'll look forward to adding that to my routine.
The C Clear is going to give you what you hoped the NAC would give you.
I wondered about that. That's great. I look forward to getting it when you
Yeah,
guys can.
it's fabulous. It is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And
Okay.
it is the drop that I'm trying to figure out how do I enhance it a little bit more, because it is the drop that actually has a lot of retinal prowess. Like I notice the clarity that my eyes get within a minute after dropping that drop. Like it just is a different kind of existence with my eyesight. If I want to read a book, I drop the See Clear, wait 5 minutes, grab my book. I like I'm, back in high school. It's awesome.
Oh, that's excellent. So I would use that within the other protocol. I would use Revitalize and then the C Clear and then the 3070.
See Clear you can use any time of the day. You don't have to include
Okay,
it in the
great.
protocol with the Revitalize and the 37.
Okay, all
And
right.
I recommend that when people use See Clear, and typically, because when I talk to individual people, sometimes I give different advice based on their diagnosis. But I recommend that if you use Revitalize in the 3070, wait 30 minutes and then use the See Clear because
Okay,
you will notice a marked difference in your eyesight from the 3070 to the See Clear.
okay. Wow. All right. So just kind of use that separately then from the other two.
Yes, 100%.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, switching back over to the YouTube chat for a couple of questions. We had Garnett6708 asked, will 4060 help get rid of eyeglassware?
What?
Will 4060 help get rid of eyeglassware?
So you want to get rid of wearing your eyeglasses?
Right.
4060 is a more intense product, and it is there for more serious issues in the eye. So where your eye issues are going from moderate to severe, cataracts, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, retinitis pigmentosa, macular edema, um, uh, a vitreous detachment, a retinal detachment, retinal tears, those types of things. You want to get rid of your glasses. 3070 really is the product that you want to utilize. That and See Clear along with Revitalize. Those three things are the answer to move away from your glasses.
Okay. And they stated wonderful information. Thank you so much.
Now you're more than welcome. More than welcome.
Nancy, did you have a question? I want to make sure I didn't accidentally look
Did
over
Gail,
if she had one.
did Gail
But go.
Toss get to come up? Gail?
Yeah, that's who you was talking to.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
spoke to
talked.
Gail. Yeah,
Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you.
excellent.
You
Excellent.
spoke to Gail before Jana
Okay.
Anna 34.
I have a
Who's
Sharon, are
that?
you there?
I have a
Sharon?
question now. Yeah,
There we
I
go.
have a
The
question.
mic is unmuted.
I was just wondering, so would the 3070 work for like flashes of light in the eye
So are you
as
having,
well? I
can
have
you ask me
cataracts.
this?
I have had a partial detached.
So, okay, you've had a partial retinal detachment?
Correct. Flashes of light pretty much
Okay,
every day. And,
okay. Do you
and
see the
plus
flashes when
floaters.
your eyes are closed as well as when your eyes are open?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would recommend 4 and and 3070 together because the last thing you want to do is have a full retinal detachment. And I recommend that you get an eye mask and elizabethw.com. They have the perfect eye mask. It's linen and silk. I would recommend that you do those two drops, the 3070, the 4 and See Clear is always going to be beneficial. Revitalize is necessary and that comes free with the 4 and and the 3070 because you got to add moisture back into the eye system, but you need to actually mask the eyes at night because you want them to be able to work as hard as they can work on restoring and repairing the eyes the retina in the back. The foreign eye is what is going to do that work. The 3070 is going to be a helper, a lifter to make sure the vitreous stays intact and in place as the retina reattaches. That reattachment happens when the eyes are blocked from light. So those are the things that I'm going to recommend. See Clear with DMSO, 3070, 4 and
All right, okay. All right, thank you very much.
No, you're more than
And
welcome.
and that would be the same as what you said, that twice in the morning and twice in the
So you're gonna start with 4 times, yeah, the 4 time a day
the
protocol
30/70?
twice, yes. So you're gonna use all of them 4 times a day, but the first 3 days you're gonna work on moisturizing
Okay.
and hydrating the eyes with the Revitalize.
Oh, all of them.
I'm sorry?
Okay. And then to the 30/70 sort of thing, or right after, or how?
No, that's the C clear. So the way you'd use them is
Okay.
Revitalize 30/70, no, Revitalize 4 and I 30/70, 30 minutes later, C clear.
Oh, okay. So all the other three right away, one after the other. No
Yes,
pause in between.
no pause in between.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're
Leslie,
welcome.
would you repeat the website about where you get the eye cover, the mask?
Yeah, ElizabethW.com.
ElizabethW.com. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, and when you're on their site, you can just search eye mask. They've got multiple colors, but they're all linen and silk. Like it's the best eye mask I found.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
No worries.
Okay, so we'll take the questions back to the YouTube chat from Anna Hidama Moody and 2523 asks, can you use the 30/70 and 40/60 blend in an eye that has already had cataract surgery? I think we already read that
Yeah,
one.
I think we did ask
Okay,
that. Yeah, and yeah, absolutely 100%.
okay. Going to FR5402 asks, can I use the 30/70 for surgery scar? Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In or out of the eye. 100%. So,
And
and
Gibby61, you already asked about where to find the eye mask.
yeah, ElizabethW.com. I actually have a surgery scar from when I was 23 years old. I was hit by a semi truck head on, and my left femur was broken. So, big, huge scar down the whole side of my leg. And since that time, I've been able to feel that, raised edges of that scar. And now in my life, you cannot feel it at all, which is crazy. And it was years later. Like I didn't start trying to do anything to treat it until I started learning about, natural products and building products for my mom with her issues with her skin. And I started using it and I'm like, man, that scar is breaking up. Like that feels amazing. And it used to have just like a little bit of pain in it at the touch. It just felt tight and uncomfortable. And now it's awesome. It's awesome. So even on old, old, old scars, the castor oil and DMSO works like a champ. In the
Okay,
eye and
what?
anywhere else on the body. I'm sorry, Coco.
Oh, no, 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 you're fine. I was just going to say we're caught up on the YouTube chat questions. I don't see any new individuals joining the Zoom, but if you would like to ask the question, go ahead and unmute your mic.
No, 100%. If anybody else has anything else they want to discuss, feel free. We've got another 23, 22 minutes on this call. And just so everybody knows, I'm on Zoom on YouTube Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So anybody can come and ask questions and chat. I wanted to give a little information on the NAC eye drops because I know that those are they're getting a lot of advertisement. So NAC equals N dash acetylcarnosine, acetylcarnosine, most common in eye drops. So it's difficult for me because what's in my eye drops is DMSO and castor oil. This is what people are usually referring to in eye health products. What is it, or what it is? A modified form of carnosine antioxidant designed to penetrate the eye better than regular carnosine. What it's used for: antioxidant protection of the lens, marketed for cataracts, aging eyes, vision clarity, often included in drops like Can-C. And by the way, before I started castor oil and DMSL on my own eyes, I did use Can-C. And there's another one that I can't think of the name of right off the top of my head, and neither one of them worked. How it works: converts into L-carnosine inside the eye, helps reduce oxidative stress, is a major, well, and oxidative stress is a major factor in cataracts. Reality check: some small studies suggest benefit, but major reviews say no strong clinical evidence that it reverses cataracts. So there you have it. And the translation is: it's biologically plausible, but not proven at the level of mainstream medicine. And I know I can't think of the name of this drop off the top of my head, but I know that they had to recall it because the label was saying that it reversed cataracts, and there was no clinical proof that it does. And since it's a drug, they needed clinical proof. Okay. And then the acetylcysteine. So NaC equals N-acetylcysteine, completely different compound. This is a medical grade compound, not the same as above. A mucolytic. It breaks down mucus, used in hospitals and prescriptions. In eye care, it's used for severe dry eye. Thick mucus on the eye surface helps thin and clear debris from the eye. And what it does is reduces inflammation, protects cells from oxidative stress, and helps tear quality. The big difference, most people miss this: NaC eye drops online, the N-acetylcarnosine, or NaC medical, which is N-acetylcysteine. Same abbreviation, totally different chemistry. Both reduce oxidative stress, both support eye surface or lens health, and both are used in non-surgical eye care discussions. Okay. So I guess if you're doing an NaC drop that's prescription, you're actually getting a different biologic than the NaC that you can get over the counter, like just on the internet, the Can-C. And what is the name of that other drop? What is the name of the other eye drop like Can-C? So there's Claristil. There's a Bright Eyes NaC drop. Oclumed, that's the other one I tried. Oclumed is less common in the US. That did nothing. Okay. And basically, all of these types of drops have the exact same active ingredient. They all make different claims. Um, but there's no real scientific evidence that any of those claims are uh, viable. Okay. So just so if you know anybody that's interested in those drops, just ask them to do the research because um, you know, there's not that, and that's the problem, is you need testimonials and you need evidence, and testimonials where people are actually using their own voices and telling their story, not just those snippets that you see on these ads where it's like, R. Worthington says this totally dissolved my cataracts in 3 days. Those, who knows what that is? That can totally be an absolute lie. But if, the one thing that I do love about my customers is that they come back and tell me their results on a regular basis. And because we're having these conversations on live, it's recorded, and I'm sharing it as much as possible because I think it's important.
Going back to the YouTube chat, we have friend 4UA724 asked, what blend of DMSO and castor oil do you recommend for scars? And I did ask additional information is for an external scar.
So it depends on the severity of the scar. So if it's a scar from like a surgical knife, a surgical blade, um, then I would say the 30/70. If it's a scar from something um, like trauma based, like you got road rash or falling off a motorcycle, which I've done, or you've got a scar because you got hit in the face with a canteen, which I've done, or you got a scar because you got kicked by a horse, which I've done. So the trauma scars, I would say the 50/50 would be my preferred blend. But the scars done with a scalpel or a laser or something like that, I would say you definitely want to use the 30/70, because you just don't need that much product.
Okay, we have a question from Lois, Louise, excuse me, Louise Darlin 689 asked, been using the 30/70 and revitalized for 9 days and notice how bright the outdoor and sun are. Is this normal or am using
100%.
too often?
No, it's 100% normal. It's 100% normal. Your eyes are getting more light in them. So you're just having more light exposure. So you're able to see the colors are going to be more vibrant. The blue of the sky is going to be bluer. You feel like you're going to be able to see at night like you're a cat. Like I can see everything. You're going to have those moments without a doubt. So it's totally normal, and enjoy it.
Exactly. And Jana Anna 34 in the Zoom chat stated, I am not going to use NAC anymore. Aquamed is what I have.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's not what they say it is, and that's to me is the problem. Is it's just not what they say it is, and you don't need that level of man-made product on top of a natural product fighting each other for better eyesight.
It looks like those are all the questions we have on both YouTube and Zoom. At the moment, we are down to 12 minutes before the end of the live.
All right, excellent. Nobody just joined, right? I just heard a ding.
Yeah, I heard a ding too. Let's see here.
I
I
think
took
somebody
off
left.
I took off my microphone.
I did too.
Okay.
So that might have been the ding.
Oh, okay. No
No
worries, no
worries.
worries, no worries.
One
No
thing I
worries.
wanted to say, this is Altmise. You were speaking of your testimonials. I think the one of the best ones yet is the trucker that talks about the retina surgery and he goes, no hocus pocus with your products.
I
Like
Oh, I
that.
haven't seen that.
Oh, he is too
Where's
funny.
that? Where'd you see that?
It's all over.
It's on
I believe,
TikTok yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
TikTok and YouTube
Is
now.
it on your website or anything?
No, it's not on the website yet. I still haven't learned how to put video on the
Oh,
website. I'm
I'm on.
working on learning
But
that.
when
I'm
you
on.
pull it up on YouTube, when you
Yeah,
pull up
it's on
Bearcat,
YouTube.
yeah, it's there.
Oh, so okay. So just go to Bearcat YouTube Bearcat Body.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay.
And he's in 3 frames. His look like 3 frames,
Oh,
but
that's gonna be
I
so
just
cool.
love it.
I
Well,
love
and
it.
that's not the actual person, and he's not actually a trucker. I did that because I didn't want to
Well,
expose.
that's okay. It's funny. I love
Yeah,
it.
no, he's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna play it though, just because I have it.
You got it right there.
I think so.
Oh, good.
I just left my retinal specialist. I've been going there for 6 months, and they did an operation on me 4 months ago. But anyway, the last time I was there, my vision was 60/40. I just left there today, and it is 40/20 with the eye pressure of 11 and 12. So I'd say that stuff that you're selling ain't no hocus pocus. It's the real deal. And I've just been on the damn stuff for, what, maybe 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So wow, that is a big improvement. He was surprised. Matter of fact, I don't have to go back to that retinal specialist for 6 months. So thank you very much for your products, doing the job. I'm going to keep it up. But that's a small price to pay to be able to see. Good job, young lady. You got me fixed.
I
Wow.
love
And
it.
And
do you know
Nancy,
how many?
I also texted to you, Nancy, so you should have that in
Okay,
your
thank you.
phone.
Do you know
You're
how
welcome.
many people I know who have prosthetic eyes due to glaucoma?
I don't know how many people you know, but I
It's quite a
imagine
few. It's quite a
probably
few. And I'm
yeah,
like, ah, if only, you know,
yeah.
if only. Yeah, it
Yeah,
could have been
I feel the
prevented.
same way. I feel the
Yeah,
same way.
yeah,
Why is our medical community treating eyes honestly, and this is like probably the worst comparison, but why is the medical community treating eyes like they used to treat uteruses? Like like this is a disposable
yeah. Just rip it out.
right.
Yeah,
Like it's such a
yeah,
key function of the body.
yes,
Why would you just blatantly say this is the better answer?
yeah.
Because it's easier for you and you have no other implements to make money off an eye.
That's it.
That,
That's it.
that's
And then like this one man I keep in touch with who has prosthetic eyes, he said every 6 months he has to go to his, I forget what the doctor's name is called, um, to have him, I don't know, it's polish the eyes or do something to the eyes so they'll keep looking good. And I'm like,
yes.
every 6 months you got to do that? He said, yeah, he lives out in Midland, Texas, and he has to come all the way to Austin to have that done. And I'm like, what a hassle.
No, it's a huge hassle.
Yeah,
And how necessary absolutely is it?
yeah, yeah,
You know, that's the thing. It's like now that the thing that I needed to depend
yeah,
on is completely broken, you
yeah,
still find a way to charge me money.
yeah. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
it's
Yeah,
I think it's so unfortunate.
yeah,
And I want to do everything I can do to help everybody that can still see recover as much eyesight as they possibly can. Because I was amazed at the results that I got. I'm amazed at the results other people get. So just, just like that gentleman,
yeah,
2 weeks, and
yeah.
he called me and he's like, what kind of magic is this you got going on? And I thought he was upset. I
Uh-huh,
was worried for a second. I'm like, what
uh-huh.
happened?
Yes, yes.
He's like, no, you won't believe this. And I'm like, That's phenomenal. It's phenomenal that you're, I asked him, so how is your eyesight? And he goes, I told you, it's way better than it was.
Yeah,
And I said, but the
yeah,
numbers don't always equate to actually quality eyesight. When they say you got 20/20
Yeah.
vision, I've had to talk to people like, my doctor tells me I got 20/20 vision. I walk outside, I can't see.
Oh, what?
So
Yeah.
because 20/20 vision in that room, in the dark, they create an environment
Oh,
for you to have 20/20 vision.
okay.
Out in the world, that's not the environment. It's not the same environment. So when the sun's out bright or when it's night, you're going to have a different experience than you have in the doctor's office. Because in the doctor's office is built for you to have the best possible eyesight to create glasses for your eyes to see at that level. It's not
Okay.
about your natural eyesight. It's about how do we modify it with contacts or glasses so that you can see this well in the rest of your life.
Yeah. But thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys coming and spending a couple hours with me and asking the questions and, keep coming, keep asking the questions because that's the only way that things are going to consistently get better. And when you feel like, I don't know if I should come and ask a question, just think of me because I literally was in my own world, patient zero. I had no one to ask. I just had to jump and see what happened. So use me as the resource that I want to be. I want to be this resource for you when it comes to your eyesight and your eye health and, provide you as much information as I possibly can. I don't want anybody, any of you or anyone else to feel like suffering in silence is the best way to go because it's not.
You are a great resource, and I appreciate everything that you're doing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, we got 5 minutes. I'm going to take the extra 5 minutes and go have some dinner. And I appreciate everybody being here. Coco, thank you so much because it helps so much
Yes.
for you to monitor all of the chats and help me get these questions answered. And, answering one question raises other questions in your mind. And I love that. And Nancy, thank you so much for the eyeglass. That is a huge jump forward. I know somebody I'm going to text tonight
Okay.
and tell her, you got to get an eyeglass. This is what's going to
Eye
happen.
cup?
Eye cup. Thank you.
Yep.
Eye cup.
Yep.
Yes. To help her because she's, so sight impaired that she can't really get the drops in her eyes either.
Same
And we
here.
constantly have this conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to call her and say, hey, got an answer.
Got an answer. Yeah. And
Yes.
Amazon sells them if she can't get to her local drugstore. Yeah.
No, 100%. 100%. I'm so excited. I'm going to blog about that. I'm going to put it on the
There you
website,
go.
blog about it, and I'm going to get an eye cup and actually do it myself so that people can see how to do it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Are
Thank
you
you,
doing that
everyone,
with
for-
just one drop?
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes it depends. If I'm getting toward the bottom of the bottle and I can't tell if I got anything in the eye cup, sometimes I'll do 2 drops in the cup. But usually I can just do one drop in the cup and it's enough. It's
Okay.
to
Yeah.
and then I just keep using the same cup. I do have 4 cups that I can rotate around, but I guess when I'm going one after the other, then I should probably and I will wash them. I just
Yeah.
rinse them out, or I use white vinegar to wash them out
No,
with.
100, right answer, 100%. 100%. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Have a
You'll
great
be-
one. Get
All
some
right.
Thank you.
You
Thank
too.
you. I
Thank
want
you.
to-
Y'all take
I want
care.
to thank
Have a
all
great
the
evening.
guests.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye bye.